Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And?
This is Care Compares.
Don't sound like a question. Care compares?
I've been in California too long.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Katie, what are we doing today?
We are comparing some popular licorice type candies because they're not technically licorice.
Oh boy, there's going to be information there. But it's not just the popular, it's the two.
It is the two, and then we just found a third one that we were like, I want to try that too.
Yeah, that'll give us something. So, the two most popular argued about brands, as far as I can tell.
Twizzlers versus Red Vines. Which camp are you in?
I don't think I've ever had a red vine.
Really?
Have you?
Yeah, but it's been forever.
Do you have a preference?
Not really.
I mean, Twizzlers fun
because again,
to
I
say.
haven't compared them, side by side. So like whichever one's around, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll eat that.
I get a lot of, so I use Pandora, and I get a lot of ads for Twizzlers for some reason, and I don't know why. It's been happening more recently. Maybe it's because we were talking about doing this episode.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it's weird. But they have some pretty decent Pandora ads. Like, if a wizard used Twizzlers in his magic, would he be a Twizzler?
A Twizzword?
Twizzword? Something like that. And it's like that.
That's
it's
actually
like,
kind of clever.
yeah, so they've been playing with it. Red Vines, I'm sure you could probably do something with that. Maybe like a poison ivy type character, but with red vines.
I mean, I don't know. Their whole thing on the packaging says like peace, love, vines or something.
I really don't care about peace of love when I'm having licorice. Which, by the way, I know it's not licorice. It's licorice.
It doesn't have it doesn't have the licorice extract.
None of these do.
No.
Including Wallabies.
Mm-hmm.
But it says licorice lovers rejoice.
I don't know if they got the memo, but there's a reason why these ones are called Twizzlers Twist, and then these ones are Red Vines Twist. They just say Twist.
Okay, but hold on. But we also have the Wiley Wallaby. Soft and chewy.
Which is such a cool name.
It is a good name, actually. Real soft, real chewy, really delicious. Gourmet classic red licorice. But there's nothing in it that actually makes it licorice.
Well, because I was always...
Right? You just said that.
Well, yeah, because when I was looking up some fun facts for like Twizzlers and Red Vines and stuff, they both started out, as the black licorice, which has licorice root, like extract in it. Which is kind of a divisive thing. Like, either you love it or hate it.
Well, so that's a good question. So, how do you feel about licorice in general? Assuming we're calling this licorice.
I like it.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about black licorice?
I don't mind it.
Really? I haven't had it in years. I just remember having like this weird, vile, awful reaction. Just disgusting. Do you like?
Do you think it's like too medicinal?
I don't know. It's been years. I'd have to try it. I'm gonna have to compare it, I guess. Do you like the black jelly beans?
Yeah, I don't mind them. They're not my favorite, but I mean, I'm not that person that would just like throw them out.
Interesting. So. Okay, I still prefer the jelly.
Or what about like Now and Laters? Remember those?
Oh, yeah, those are fine. Is that licorice?
That's licorice. It's like licoricey taste.
But I mean, like licorice comes from there's licorice root, but what is like that licorice flavor? I'm thinking of something else.
Like anise.
Anise, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like that a little bit for cooking, but something anise flavored I find I don't actually like.
Besides like biscotti.
Yeah, biscotti is fantastic. So interesting. So we're going to compare the major Red Vines versus Twizzlers with the added bonus of the Wiley Wallaby.
Yeah.
Anything we want to go before we dive right into this? Anything we need to know going into it? We've had a basic discussion about what licorice is.
From what I can tell, all three of them have red 40. So.
All okay.
Supernatural.
What is red 40?
So.
It's like bugs.
No, that's carmine.
Oh, you're right. It's carmine.
So,
okay.
It's technically a petroleum byproduct, or I was also reading something about it being like coal tar. Oh, but they make it so it's something that you can consume. So that's probably why there's like a lot of holdup in a lot of countries where they're like, maybe you shouldn't put that in your food.
I mean, yeah, it's literally coming from coal and petrol. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I thought that was a fun fact, and then of
course,
course,
just because you can run it through your system doesn't mean it's good or healthy or in any way.
Yes. And I believe both the Red Vines and the Twizzlers may have like high fructose corn. Oh, this one just says corn syrup, but then high fructose corn syrup.
Sugar, corn syrup.
Corn syrup's actually technically different than high fructose corn syrup. Okay. So high fructose corn syrup is taking the 100% glucose that's in the corn syrup and like deriving it further kind of like degrades it in a way so that it actually creates fructose. The fructose, which is sweet, but it's like not as your body processes it.
So it makes something sweeter but of worse quality and less healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think your body
more,
can't digest it as well. Like from some of the things I read, it was like you have to like the high fructose corn syrup has to like go through like your liver. Or
so is it more concentrated then, and that's why we do the high fructose concentrate because we can make it go further?
Maybe. I don't.
But there's still a lot of it in this.
Oh,
I mean, not this, but they both have that high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, and then the Wiley Wallaby has just the corn syrup.
Wiley Wallaby advertises no fat, but this also has no fat.
It's probably because there's a trivial amount because they still have like palm oil and stuff.
Right, but this one has half a gram of fat, which is only 1%. So it's, I mean, I guess no fat is nice, but is anybody, like, we know now that counting calories is far superior than even counting fat in some cases. But, I mean, I guess, does it really, whatever. Shall we dive into this?
Yes.
All right, we're going to get right to it in just a second. All right, so according to Katie, we're starting with Twizzlers.
The reason being, it is the oldest.
It is the oldest.
Yes.
All right, let's look at these Twizzlers. So, 3 Twizzles make a serving.
Is that what they call them?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I feel like
you sounded so convincing.
Right.
I was like,
yeah, you fake it. I mean, I feel like one of these would be a Twizzle or Twizzler. I guess it'd be a Twizzler.
yeah.
That's less fun though.
The Twizzle sounds fun.
Yeah, I want a Twizzle.
Technically, I guess they're twists.
Yeah,
So what I found on so Twizzlers is actually owned by Hershey's now. They acquired it in the 70s. Before that, it was like the major company or whatever, Young and Smiley Confections was from like 1845.
That sounds like an 1840s company,
right? Isn't that a fun name?
Young and Smiley.
Then it was like YNS or whatever is when it was like shortened to, and then regardless, it's now owned by Hershey's. But they have a lot of weird, fun facts on their website. One of which is there's an average of 15 like twists in a single Twizzler. So like
No, I got you. I kind of want to.
You want to?
I kind of want to count, but that's too much work. I'm not gonna do that on camera.
No, that's fair. Then the other fun fact I had is that while Neil Armstrong was bouncing on the moon and having that one small step,
I'm familiar with it. Yes.
So one of the alleged other things he said while on the moon was, "Man, I could go for like a Twizzlers or something to that effect."
Oh, is that true?
I don't know. I was looking it up. They have it on the Hershey has it on their website.
Huh.
But I really.
I mean, there's only one person alive who could verify that, but
yeah.
I don't know. I
want to know.
I don't have
Is
conversations with Buzz
true?
Aldrin very often. He's the one who's still alive, right? Because the other one is who was the other guy? I always feel bad. No one ever remembers his name because he didn't actually land. He didn't go to the moon.
He did all the other stuff. Which
he piloted the.
I mean, that's kind of a big deal.
Well, I mean, but Neil Armstrong was the commander, so he got the first step.
Yeah. Okay. Regardless, these are strawberry. Obviously, Twizzlers started in the black licorice family, and then they segued into strawberry. Then there's cherry.
When did they segue into strawberry and cherry?
When I looked, it said maybe like the 70s.
Oh, so that's a long time. So it went from like 1840s to the 70s with
something like that.
Black licorice.
So and they also have grape, which I don't think I've ever tried the grape.
But you also don't like fake grape flavor.
No, I like fake cherry flavor. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think that they're different.
Pop-Tarts episode, Katie loves her fake cherry. Check it out there.
So good. Anyway, we've rambled on enough, but I thought those were fun facts.
No, that is interesting. I really hope that's true about Neil Armstrong, but there's no way for me to verify. If I ever bump into Buzz Aldrin. All right.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Why are you asking me about Neil?"
I'd be a little bit of an insult.
Honest.
Well, I mean, that's really fragrant.
Really?
Yeah. That's very fragrant. Oh, you don't think so?
No, it is. It's
not like flowery.
No,
It smells of.
And they stick together.
They do stick. They're kind of.
This was the smallest size we could find in the store too.
I don't eat a lot of. I don't generally go for licorice in general.
I like any chewy candy, the things that are terrible for your teeth.
Yeah, I mean anything with sugar is gonna be terrible for your teeth.
Well, yeah, but I think like the gummier.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah, I mean
it does smell sweet and something.
Yeah, I mean it's shiny and it's kind of sticky, and it smells sweet. And it smells not
It's
like
a happy red.
It is a happy red. I like this. Shall we?
Yeah.
Here we go. There's a hollow one. You try. Was it always hollow?
Mm-hmm. So the reason that it's hollow is that's how they like can pump out the like ingredients and like twist it or something. So it has to do with the manufacturing.
Huh. Chewy.
It's chewy and hard at the same time.
Yes, it is both of those things. Simple flavor. I mean, it really isn't.
Are you getting strawberry though?
Not really. Is there strawberry in this at all?
No, I don't think so. If it is, it's probably like a negligible amount of natural flavor.
2% less than. Yeah, there's literally all of it's artificial.
Why is it like? I grew up with Twizzlers.
Yeah. It tastes different than how I remember growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a long time since I've had a Twizzler. They do kind of stick together.
Does this taste like a candy?
I don't know what it tastes like. Like
It's like an ephemeral taste.
it is a candy.
Mm-hmm.
It obviously has sugar. But it's. I mean, it's fine.
Twizzler.
No, I mean it's fine, unremarkable, but well, it's fine. I wonder. I mean, because they sell a lot of these, they must.
I feel like that's like a very movie-friendly kind of a snack.
Movie friendly? Oh, like to
Yeah,
go
like
see
if
in a
you
movie.
go to the movies, because you're not going to make a whole lot of sound. Okay, that.
But I get your point. Okay. I mean, maybe this is why I've never really got into them. They're just. They're okay. They're unremarkable.
Like you're probably enjoying it at the time, but then like afterwards, I'd probably be like, "Did I eat anything?"
Well, that and I couldn't eat a lot of these in a row because they
like just the sweetness.
No, I think like the taste is just kind of not bland, but like eventually I get sick of it because there is flavor there.
Yeah.
Not a hell of a lot, but I don't know. Like I feel like it just feels empty, and I think eventually I'd just be like, all right, I'm done. Like I wouldn't want. I don't want a third one. And I probably shouldn't have a second.
You
I just have two.
Oh.
I just have two.
I saw that and it
Yeah, that's fine.
didn't register.
No, I mean because I'm trying to capture as much of this flavor and muscle as I can, and it's.
We have a lot of them though. We're gonna eat them.
We are. I wonder how many of these actually sell. Do people actually buy? Do you guys buy a bunch of these things? Because, I mean, obviously they're still in business. Twinkies went out of business, but these are still around.
But then they came back, right?
Yeah. Oh, but Choco Tacos went out of business.
Yeah, they did. Those were
So,
good.
and those are amazing. I mean, admittedly, I didn't go to the store and buy a Choco Taco. I just kind of wish that, I always wanted to be
always
around.
wanted
Maybe
it.
one day, I'm like, oh, hey, here's a food truck. Let's grab or ice cream truck. Let's grab a Choco Taco. But, okay. On to the Red Vines. Red Vines. How do you feel about the packaging?
It's very patriotic.
Only if you're in America.
Well, no. I feel like it's the same colors of like France and other places, but yes, it is very like American.
Yeah.
It's happy.
So the other one.
I like the bright colors.
It's interesting. Is there a reason why they added the cardboard into the packaging? Because it's got cardboard on all but one side, as opposed to Twizzlers, which is just thrown in the bag. Does that make a difference?
Maybe they won't stick. I don't know.
Interesting. What do we know about Red Vines?
They have been around for 100 years. They rolled out Red Vines in 1914. Yes. So it's the American Licorice Company.
Fair enough.
Which it says on the packaging. I didn't just know that, but it was a family-owned company, and I guess they do them in smaller batches. So, like for Twizzlers, they will make 200 tons of Twizzlers in a day.
In a day?
They produce that allegedly on according to the Hershey's website.
So when they make a Twizzler, do they just make one long Twizzler and just chop? We don't know. Okay.
That would make more sense.
Yeah.
But the ending, the ends are closed, so I don't know how that would work.
Although this one doesn't seem as close as much. It's not pinched. Anyway, carry on.
So 1920s. The only fun fact I have is that Charlie Chaplin, for a movie, The Gold Rush, he asked the American Licorice Company to make a boot, like a black licorice boot.
Oh, that
so
he could
eat
in a.
Yeah.
Chaplin and Buster Keaton, two of the greatest silent film stars of all time. Anyway,
I thought that was really cool that they made the boot for that.
No, that's. I mean, well, can you imagine? Well, I guess back then the information being like, "Hey, Charlie Chaplin made this." I mean, maybe they advertised it a little bit or they played into it, but there's not like a website you can just go to. What? How did he actually eat a boot? He must have just eaten a boot because Charlie Chaplin did crazy stuff like that. Huh? I mean, normally I would say it's great promotion, but back then, who knows?
No, it's just a clever prop.
Yeah, no, it's a clever prop, but yeah, I guess back then, like, screw it, let's just try something fun and different. Sure, why not? Let's make a boot.
So again, started out as black licorice. Then in the 50s, they rolled out the raspberry vines.
So this one did red raspberry before Twizzlers.
Yes.
Okay.
At least from
by 20 years.
At least what I could tell.
Okay.
So the other one, the Twizzlers with strawberry. This just says red, but if my research, was correct, then I think this should be like raspberry-ish.
Oh, really? Oh, gotcha.
I don't know. It just said it used to be called raspberry vines or whatever, but everyone just called them red vines.
It does flow easier.
It does. So I'm assuming they kept the.
Unless they have like a couple brands. Grapevines. Grapevines just sounds like.
I think they did. So they maybe not. I was trying to find my research. And then mostly what I've seen for red vines, it has them in these smaller packages. It's been those giant tubs that you see in the grocery stores. And
oh yeah, they do have those big tubs.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there wasn't a happy medium. Like, we couldn't find a small one of the Twizzlers, but we couldn't find like a medium size for the red vines.
That's fine. I don't need to research.
But anyway, those have been around since the 80s. The like super giant tubs.
Okay. But you can get them since the 50s. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so Twizzlers is putting out 200 tons of that a day. How much is the red vines making?
I don't know. I couldn't find that.
Interesting. The back of this.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'm gonna actually take all these out so you can actually see. I did not realize this until a second ago. Peace, love, and vines. We have a little. Looks like a pen drawing almost. That is also very fragrant, but it's a different kind of fragrant.
That smells fruitier.
It does smell way fruitier. Interesting. Okay. So this one
is much brighter.
It is brighter.
It's softer.
It is softer. It's still kind of sticky.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot more of a matte as opposed to shiny. And it's a little. I don't want to say it's rounded. The other ones are flatter. I think Twizzlers are actually flatter. This feels not quite cylindrical because it's pinched here. Maybe it's because it's been sitting in the package. But it does feel like it's a little softer. Mm-hmm. Let's give this a try. I've never had one of these before.
It almost smells
like a candle.
Yes, I was thinking waxy. Maybe there's wax in it. What? There's a lot of food items that
Huh? Yeah, it smells like a candle. I can't place.
Not necessarily bad.
No, it's just I can't place what that. It's like a fragrant candle. Interesting.
Okay.
All right, there we go. That is very different.
Yes, it is.
The ridges are more pronounced on this, so we can actually.
Which I like. I like the changes in texture.
Are you getting the raspberry or strawberry? I'm getting something.
I don't know what that is.
Vaguely fruit.
Mm-hmm.
But
like fruit adjacent.
Yeah. I think
it's got a nice chew.
It's hollower on the inside, like more
this
so.
This would be super good if you wanted to make it into a straw.
Oh, that's right. We're supposed to get a drink that we can do that with. See if it works. Huh. That's right. People do drink through these. Huh. I mean, it has more flavor.
This one seems more memorable.
Yes.
But I don't know what that flavor is, though.
It's a weird, strong flavor, and it smells of candles.
It has an aftertaste.
Yes, it does have an aftertaste. So I'm actually less inclined to eat one, even though I like the texture a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, I don't like that flavor as much. But the texture's good. Huh. And they're a little sticky. They stick to my teeth more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding. Okay.
I don't know which one I like more.
Well, we'll let that sit because we still have one special contender coming up.
I'm like a newscaster.
Coming up at 5 o'clock. Things you shouldn't let your children eat. Swords. You should let your kids eat swords. You're going to ruin it for everything.
What if you're training for the circus?
You don't eat the sword.
No, I know, but it's like...
Also, here's the thing about the circus, like the sword swallows that people forget. It's actually a trick. They're always like, oh, look, he sticks the sword in his mouth and he swallowed it. The trick is that they actually swallow the sheath first. And then they slide the sword in. It's a trick.
But
did we cut? I'm not sure if we cut. If we haven't cut, this is what we're going to cut.
Thanks for watching. Okay, our last dark horse. We weren't even going to plan to include this, but we found it in...
Where did we find it? Ralph's? Trader Joe's?
It was Ralph's. Yeah. I had to think for a second.
Yeah. Wiley Wallaby.
I just
licorice
like
lovers.
the name.
I mean,
the packaging is nice. There's like a little bit of shiny.
This is my last one. That's what it says in like a little circle there. Snack your own way. What does that mean? Snack your own way. Like bite, chew, smile, repeat.
Okay.
So soft and chewy, so bursting with Wiley Wallaby Gourmet Classic Red Licorice is so soft and chewy, so bursting with terrific taste you need look no further for the satisfaction you crave. We packed it so full of fresh fruit flavor, not real fruit. There was less
That's
room.
not what it says. It just says fruit flavor.
Oh, fruit flavor, but fruit flavor, not fruit. There was less room left for the things you could do without. Less sugar, fat-free, and absolutely no dairy or high fructose corn syrup makes Wiley Wallaby the candy your conscience feels better about too. Win, win, win. WileyWallaby.com. And on Instagram at Wiley Wallaby. Facebook.
Are you just reading the whole back?
After 50 years, KLN brand remains committed to our community roots. And I'm done. Okay, I mean, this is, dark horse thing. The packaging
it says it's gourmet.
It's got the zipper built into it too.
This one says that it does not have high fructose corn syrup. It just has corn syrup, so straight glucose.
Okay, that's better.
This Wiley Wallaby has been around for like 11 years. Family company. So it's part of the Kenny's, like Candies and Confections or something, which is then they have a parent company. It's like KLN.
KLN?
Yes, KLN Family Brands or something. So they have like dog food products or like things for their animals, and then if candies, it's a bunch of things. Okay.
And they're like, sure, we can also make...
They're from Minnesota. They are very industrious and have a lot of different companies.
Classic red. Good old red flavor. Oh, natural...
It also has red 40, so...
Natural strawberry flavored licorice. But again, licorice being a bit of a misnomer because there's no law saying that licorice has to contain licorice.
I guess not. But I thought like some of the other ones were like licorice type or whatever.
Ooh. What? Wow, that is a strong smell, right? Again, it's very fragrant. Ooh, oh, those are interesting. That's interesting. They're shorter? They're much shorter. Smell that.
Ooh. Oh, that smells...
That smells much fruitier. Now, first thing I noticed, besides the fact that these are way larger...
They're closed?
They're closed?
Like, they don't have the hole.
They don't have the hole. They're solid all the way through. They're shiny.
Oh, that smells really
They don't
nice.
twist completely around either. They're just kind of slightly twist.
A twistette.
But that smells like... It kind of smells like fruit punch.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay. All right, Wallaby. You're onto something. All right, here we go. That is a big chew.
Mm-hmm. These are really good.
Do you taste the strawberry?
It tastes fruit punch.
I can see where they're going. I can see that this is actually a fruit flavor.
Mm. The tail end of it tastes a little bit more like strawberry.
An identifiable flavor. Not some esoteric, I don't know what this is. How many are serving?
Like
3 pieces. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Huh. Mm. Because there's no hole in it, it's actually... It's kind of a lot, honestly. It's really thick. Very chewy.
It's substantial.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So, I mean, if you had 3, you'd feel full. Like, I feel like the other ones, because there's more air incorporated, it's more of a, like, bingeable snack.
Bingeable? I only want 1 or 2.
No, not these ones. I'm just...
Even those, I only want 1 or
But
maybe
I'm just
2.
saying, like, you wouldn't feel full. You would just be, like, passively eating probably while watching.
Well, hopefully you're not filling up on these, though. But no, I agree.
I'm thinking from, like, a context of, like, the only times I've ever had, like, Red Vines has been more with, like, watching a movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never had a red vine. And, I mean, I guess we'll have some throughout the week. But
The next, like, couple weeks.
Honestly. Okay. Well, let's get back to our final thoughts in just a second. Final thoughts. Red Vines versus Twizzlers plus Wiley Wallaby. Which was, again, our... To quote you for like the 3rd time, our dark horse.
I was just thinking it was like kind of passing thought to be like, oh, there's another licorice thing, but to be honest, it is the dark horse because that is my favorite.
Actually, as far as red...
Maybe I was being prophetic when I was like, it is the dark horse.
No, but I mean, as far as vaguely licorice red vine thing goes...
Chewy candy.
A Wiley Wallaby is actually superior.
First off, great name. Secondly, smells good.
Smells fantastic.
Great chew.
It does. I mean, it feels like fruit. More than Twizzlers. It's not fruit. There's nothing about this as fruit.
Does it kind of remind you of like a fruit by the foot or something like that kind of smell? Or
it's been a long time since I've had one of those.
Or
it doesn't
not really.
Not overly for me. It just.
I was like, maybe it's something that we're like...
It's just like that fruit punch powder. It just smells like that, and it has... I can see where they're saying, like, fruit flavors. Okay, sure. This is just... Yes, Twizzlers and Red Vines have a flavor. So, Twizzlers versus Red Vines. Since that's the one that people generally care about. If you're looking for the KR opinion on the best of these 3, admittedly, licorice options, Wiley Wallaby.
Delicious.
But... if you're looking for the thing that people actually care about, the Midwestern versus... Because, actually, Red Vines aren't Midwestern, right?
I don't know. So it's in California, the back of the packaging. Mm-hmm. But then they have like a plant in Indiana or something. I don't know.
This is the argument I've always heard about. Red Vines versus Twizzlers. Where do you stand?
I think growing up we had Twizzlers more. Mm-hmm.
Overcoming our own biases.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like framing this, contextualizing it. Twizzlers don't have like. Personally, I like the cherry Twizzlers better than the strawberry too. So it's.
Oh, we don't have cherry Twizzlers.
No, because we're trying to compare like the more popular.
Yeah, but I mean, even looking at these side by side, the Twizzler is kind of sadder looking.
Yeah, well, it also looks more plastic.
It actually does look really plastic.
You could see it capturing the light. It's shiny, but not in a candy way, more in a plasticky way.
It's weird because I could see the Twizzler. It almost looks like it's interlaced, or it could just be how it's manufactured. That's a kind of slice this way. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do wrap Twizzlers. This looks like it's one solid piece, and it's very cylindrical except for the ends here. Yeah,
so somehow how they're like pushing the candy out.
The candy, like literally, like you could probably like unravel this or like straighten it out, kind of. It would lose its ridges potentially. Actually, if I start to do that, it does actually kind of flatten the whole thing. Oh. It loses its structural integrity. That's really interesting. This, you can't twist this. Also, the bottom is completely flat from probably just sitting down. Anyway, so Twizzlers versus Red Vines. Those are the appearances.
So I like that Red Vines have at least a little less ingredients than the Twizzlers. They taste like they have less ingredients.
Yes.
The chew is better on the Red Vines. I can't get over it smelling kind of like a candle though.
That's
like
weird. It does smell like some kind of like weird vanilla.
I don't know what but it smells like I should be able to light it.
Yeah. I wonder if you could. We're not going to try that. No. But I mean, so I do like the appearance of the Red Vine.
I like
much more. The chew is better. The texture is actually
it has
better.
a more discernible flavor because when I eat the Twizzler,
True.
I kind of forget about it afterwards.
I mean, I
But
still
it has
forget
a weird
about this.
but the aftertaste reminds me that I'm eating a candle.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Do you eat a lot of candles?
No, but
Okay.
it just it.
You said like no, just occasionally I have a candle.
Occasionally when I have a red vine, no.
Yeah. But like they're both forgettable. Like
maybe I would do the red.
You would do the red vine. See, I
don't know.
I like that this is by comparison. Like I find like this is a generally forgettable flavor.
Yeah.
Which is good because I think this flavor should be more forgettable because it kind of lingers uncomfortably long because it's not a great flavor for me. Go ahead.
The recency effect.
Like.
I don't know what that taste is at the end.
Yeah, something lingers in the end there, and I don't really like it. Which is for me why I think, did you just rip that?
Yeah, I did. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe I prefer the Twizzlers.
In terms of flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
You should do that. Like, category, flavor, Twizzlers, chew, red vines.
Yeah.
Now we're at 1-1.
Texture and appearance of red vine. I mean, red vine I think wins overall.
It does, but the
except
taste
for the
is
taste.
better with the Twizzlers.
Which is, I think, the part that actually matters. Yes, these look aesthetic. They look great. In a movie theater.
But I also think the Twizzlers, depending on how long it's been on the shelf, sometimes they're really, like, they're harder. The same thing with red vines. If you've ever had, like, a stale red vine, ugh, it's not good.
You've had stale red vines?
I have.
Why are you eating stale red vines?
Sometimes they're at the office and they're in that giant
bucket, and that's why
I need sugar.
Like these Wiley Wallabies I kind of like because one, it's got that resealable package, which obviously these do not enact, and this package, the Red Vines package, tore pretty easily trying to get into it. So actually getting this back in the package is not going to happen.
Maybe use a Ziploc or something.
Yeah, but this at least has a resealable package, and this comes in an amount that's actually like I don't know, more manageable.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I don't know. Now, all right, let's talk price. What did we pay for these? They were all at Ralph's, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We had the Twizzlers, $3.79.
Okay.
I don't know how big that pack is. It's quite large.
$3.79 for 1 pound, 16 ounces.
They did not have a smaller one.
They did not.
The Red Vines were $2.49 for
5 ounces.
5 ounces.
So a similar price for a third.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the Wiley Wallaby was $3.99
for 7.5 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can
but
never.
These ones kind of try and are described as kind of gourmet.
What makes them gourmet?
Maybe the price. No.
I mean, they're not
the price isn't that terrible.
They're actually not that bad.
I think it has to do with maybe the way that they make it, or
I mean, it's,
like maybe the ingredients are slightly better or something.
I mean, it makes sense. There is no high fructose corn syrup. There's
Which
corn
is a major
syrup.
win.
And the first two ingredients, sugar and corn syrup. So I mean, they're still not great for you. Man, I would have loved to have tried this like in the 50s or 70s when they first came out with these. I bet that would have been fantastic. Actual sugar.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, this is something I actually do want to know a great deal. So go ahead and leave us a comment. What is your experience with Twizzlers as opposed to Red Vines? What is your preference? Why do you prefer those? Have you tried them both side by side to actually tell the difference? People get adamant about this one.
They do.
I've gotten into not arguments, but yes, about this. And really, I mean, I don't care enough about licorice myself to try it. I've always been curious. Yeah.
Is there a completely different brand that you think we should know about? I don't know.
Maybe there's only 3 licorice brands in the world.
No, it's definitely.
How do you feel?
People in Sweden, in Denmark, in places like that, like major candy places, they have like salted licorice. They have a bunch of different. Yes, it's a thing.
You know what? I would even try it. That sounds fantastic.
But I'm just saying, like, there has to be so much more that
we'll have to do licorice part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
No. Licorice part 2, like foreign licorice.
Licorices.
Licorice?
Get it like Italian.
Why not?
Licorice.
Licorice.
That better not be an actual Italian word. Maybe
Oh,
it's
I'll look that up later. But let us know 2 things. 1, do you like black licorice? And why do you? And also red vines versus Twizzlers. I need to know. I'm actually really curious. Is there a poll function on YouTube? I don't know how this works.
I think there is.
Is there really?
Yes, there is.
I am really curious. Let us know what you prefer of these 2, and then go ahead and try some Wiley Wallaby. Whereas this is not like a paid advertisement or anything. We were just curious when we came across it and the name thing. Also, where can they find us?
Here on YouTube. No, KR Compares, and at Instagram, at KR Compares, and your website. Which you can say.
Which is rjpfilms.com
/KR Compares.
There you go. I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
Thanks for watching.
Take care. I want another one of these. These were good.
They were actually pretty good. I had to do